In a 35-foot boat, every inch counts. In today's video, we're gonna show you how we have increased our battery capacity by 4 times using the same space. Ta-da! We're gonna go through why we needed an upgrade, why we went for lithium, all the components we've chosen, and how much we paid.
Ciao, we are Elisa and Nicola, and this is Isidora, our 47 years old boat. We're 2 simple Italians with a very big dream: to drink a coffee or 2 in warmer and bluer waters, and why not explore the world along the way. Right now we are in the UK, where we live, but not for long. In just a couple of months we'll be setting sail back to Italy, and from there we'll keep going wherever the wind takes us. But before any of that, we need to get both ourselves and the boat ready for the adventure. So there are a few reasons why we decided to do our electrical refit. It was a bit overwhelming at the beginning to touch everything that was done here. We didn't have a proper handover with the previous owner, so we didn't know exactly what was what and where it was. So it took us a year more or less to get comfortable, to start putting our hands in the electrical system. Our batteries were less than 50% capacity and we didn't have an inverter so far.
We had a few options. Obviously, our system was lead acid. So we had 3 lead acid batteries, 1 for the engine and 2 for the all the other loads. Our preferred option was to reduce our consumptions. But yes, after some debates, I accepted that. Okay, we needed an inverter, we wanted to use a laptop. To install an inverter, we needed to massively increase our battery capacity. But after some research, I just accepted that the lithium option was just the best. We don't have a lot of space in a 35-foot boat. We couldn't just add more batteries everywhere. Previously, we only had 2 120 ampere hour of lead acid, which you can only use 50% of them, so there will be 120 ampere hour versus our new 460 ampere hour that technically you can use up to 80% of it, so it's a massive improvement. One of the main reasons why I didn't want to go for lithium was because it was adding more complexity, because you can't just, obviously we still needed a lead acid for our engine. You can't connect lithium with lead acid.
I think it's fair to say we did everything ourselves, so if you spot anything wrong that we're doing in the system, let us know before it's too late.
Yeah, and we'll decide to ignore it. So if we look at the components that we have, obviously we got our new batteries. We have our solar charger controller, which we already had this one. We already had the Victron blue charger for shore powers. Both of them are compatible with lithium. We have our battery monitor. Again, I've looked at other options because these Victrons one are quite expensive, but this seems to be the best one on the market. So we're gonna install this one. This is a DC to DC charger, so this is going to sort of charge the lithium battery via the starter, the engine starter battery. We've chosen this one mainly because it allows bidirectional charge. So if the starter battery gets low in voltage, these detect that and it will charge the engine starter via the lithium. Then we have lots of crimping tools, very big crimping tools. We've got very large wirings, red and black, to have them separate, positive and negative. Smaller cables for smaller loads and charges. We have fuse holders for our, obviously we're gonna put the old system wasn't fused at all. Fuse holder and fuses to both engine and and lithium. So a lot of new fuses, a lot of new connectors, terminals, all with the correct sort of diameter and screw hole. Then we have our new switch, our new switches, which are rated for 300 amp continuous. So they are suitable for our new inverter, which is this one. Probably we don't need an inverter this big, but I know that there are some sort of efficiency loss on inverters, so I just went for the biggest that we can have with these batteries. Yes, we got the bus bars here. Let me show you the bus bars. We've chosen to go with these Victron bus bars with which is also a fuse holder, so you can put mega fuses here to fuse your load or your charge. We have one of these for the charging part and one of these for the load part. So even when the battery is all switched off, our charger are still charging the batteries, basically. That's pretty much it. We've got a few minor components, but yeah, the whole system is pretty much here.
Last year, we also bought and installed two 100-watt solar panels, which are perfect for staying off-grid. So, let's add them to the build too. So that means that for our electrical refit, we spent £2,106, more or less, probably more.
So we've got lithium batteries. We're gonna have a charge bus bar, a load bus bars. We're gonna have new isolator switches, obviously rated with the new amperage. We're gonna install an inverter, which we didn't have, and obviously the two systems, the engine, the starter, and the sort of leisure domestic house bank will be obviously separated. The lithium will be charged by obviously the shore power charger, the solar charger via our new solar panels, and also by a new DC to DC charger that is obviously connected to our engine starter, and then obviously we're gonna have a negative bus bar connected to a shunt to give us monitoring for the lithium battery, and then also to the load area. We're gonna have our chart table. Sorry, we're gonna have a switch panel, which is that one there. We're not going to touch this one, but we will add a few more switches here on the chart on the chart table area. Okay, so today it's the big day. We are finally going to basically redo all our electrical system. So we've temporarily connected our new lithium battery just to give us light for the evening. This is a new starter battery, exactly the same as the previous one, and now we've got a new lithium battery that is basically replacing two old lead acid batteries like that one. So now it's time to get down to work and hopefully by the end of tomorrow we will finish everything. So, let's do it. There's still a lot to do, but yeah, not sure it's gonna finish by evening. So I'm not sure we're gonna have light.
It's already 3 p.m. so we're running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
So we need to go.
Catch up.
Little update. It's getting dark.
And still no light.
But we are going very fast-ish. Big improvements. We have electricity.
Yeah.
We've connected also the engine power. So now the engine is on and it's working. Good morning. This is day 2 of our installation.
Basically, our battery has this like internal BMS. That means battery battery management system, which allows you to sort of monitor your battery voltage. You can also toggle on and off the charging and the discharging option. And apparently, the discharging option was off, and that's why the voltage was like 0. So that's interesting.
So this morning we're gonna finish cabling all the things we have left.
Wire the solar charger, finish the wiring this one because we just temporarily connected, and we need to install this one for the 3rd time.
So we are always keeping an eye on the diagram to we have to do. Now Nicola is sizing the cable to see how long it has to be.
And we did this on repeat, sizing the cables, cutting them, exposing the metal inside, adding the right terminals, and then the most fun part, crimping everything with this giant tool. After that, we covered the connections with the heat shrink and sealed them using a heat gun. And that's what our life looks like for the next 2 to 3 days. After connecting a couple of components, we moved on to what might be Nicola's best idea of the whole project. He's a civil engineer and he came up with this genius idea of building a bridge over our diesel heater pipe to place the inverter. In theory, brilliant. In practice, slightly more complicated than expected, especially since we were also the ones who had to build it. But nothing a bit of fiberglass can fix.
Good morning. This is day 3 of our electrical system refit. And today we are finishing creating the 2nd floor for the inverter, so hopefully we'll finish installing the
And in the end, everything came together and the project was completed almost effortlessly.
Let's test the inverter.
Let's turn it on first.
We can hover! Only 10 hours of hoovering left.
No, it's fair enough.
I think it's enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice!
We've got AC power. No.
Finally, it's the first time we have an inverter on this boat. Good morning. It's day 4 of our electrical system refit.
Yeah.
Today we are installing the controller and we are also putting the socket. One is gonna go here next to the other one and another one is gonna go there. Yay! We don't know what
27.
of our battery refit.
Installing the inverter new socket.
Ready?
Yeah, let's test it.
You need to turn it on. Woohoo! Woohoo!
This is working.
Yay! Voila!
Our new battery system is finally ready. Ta-da! So we've got our new lithium battery here, our new starter battery, which is the same type of the previous one. We've got two systems now. At the engine starter, which is separated with its own sort of fuse, 400 ampere and ANL, I think it's called, fuse. We have got then the domestic system separated. They are connected only with a DC to DC charger. This one is from Sterling Power, which basically allows also reverse charging. We have got we've installed bus bars now. We didn't have bus bar at the beginning, earlier. We have a charger bus bar, which all the charging is connected to. So we've got the DC to DC charger connect to. We've got the main shore power charger here. We also got the MPPT charger, solar charger connected to the charge bus bar. So this is always live, always on. And then we have got a load bus bar, which is which goes live only when the new main switch is turned on. So obviously all the loads are connected to this one. The biggest load we now have is our new inverter, 3 kilowatt inverter with the quite beefy wires. We have got then a negative bus bar, which all sort of the common ground for everything, and that's it. Loads of wires, and oh yes, a new Victron smart shunt, I think it's called. This guy here, which basically allows us to monitor our batteries, both of our batteries, which is then we've installed this in here. So that's a new. Sorry, there's some wires here as well. So this gives us a lots of information about the main, the auxiliary, how much is been drawn, how much we got left, the percentage, and so very very useful. So that's it. So basically we've used just the space that was used before. Before we only had 3 of these, 1 for the engine and 2 in parallel for the domestic loads, and it was using just as much space as this setup is using, but we basically just have increased by 4 times the amount of ampere hour that we now have compared to the previous system. So I think that's a good result, and everything seems to be working fine.
Indeed.
Testing a new battery system with inverter with 1.9 kilowatt going out, because we got a kettle on something to test it really hard, and it's doing all right. Okay,
This lovely kappa cost us 2% of our battery. So we've tested the system and it works quite well. So all the connections that we've made at least are working. The battery is holding really well. It's nice to have the battery monitor telling us.
yeah, it was quite interesting to try to figure out what our battery were doing before, always with our multimeter and measure that.
I'd say it took very much longer than what we expected to take, as always. But it was fun as well, because I think it's important, because it teaches you how all the connections are made, you know exactly where things are. It was useful for me because I didn't have any knowledge of electrical systems, so now at least I have a basic understanding. Positive, negatives, bus bars.
We made a new connection, a new bus bar with fuse holders in the chart table, so we could add new USB ports, new lights. We've installed the red light for night navigation, and a new chart plotter as well.
We're living in a couple of months the UK, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, we needed this reliability for that as well, so
Yeah, we think we are a little bit more equipped now, both technically, just for the knowledge of the system, and in terms of capacity. See you later. Ciao.
see you later. Ciao.